went out the same way that she snuck in. Lord, don't you know she was right there with him. She had never rode in a limousine, ain't never seen a fancy penthouse suite. She was queen for a night in July. Let me see here. Since we have a great room full of people, this is back like in the old days when I used to go and play for $50 for 4 hours. I wrote this song before Elvis was famous again. I had this little chorus in my head, and I was somewhere where I shouldn't be with one of the Music Mafia people, and we decided that we should write the song, and so we did. And it's about someone who finds out their heritage. Never held her hand, but he raised one to her one too many times. So she packed her bags and put her best dress on. Let that slamming door be her goodbye. She took a cab out to her sister's, and they decided this was cause to celebrate. Watch the king obey, come back 68. Later on, a loud voice spoke, Elvis has left the building. And he went out the same way that she snuck in. Lord, don't you know she was right there with him. She had never rode in a limousine, ain't never seen a fancy penthouse suite. She was queen for a night in July '69. She gave birth to the freedom that came with comeback '68. Drying my poor mama's tears. 30 years of dust kicked up as I raised that rusty door. Sitting there in the musty air that might as well have been a showroom floor was a vintage black Cadillac with Tennessee plates saying come back 68. Sitting there at the counter today going, how can you not sing it? Just sing it.
Yeah, I dig it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm Nicole, and this first song is one that I used to have out on streaming, then decided I didn't like the way it was mixed because I tried to do it myself and I didn't know anything about it. And since then I've kind of transformed it, and now it's really different than when I did have it released. And I think it's one of my favorite songs that I've done. It's called Roots of You. The highway southbound leads me to your car. You beside the park where I played when I was small. Never truly heard your voice, but I see you dancing in the night.
I love it. Mine is corrupted by many years of cigarettes and whiskey.
Arguably makes it better.
Sometimes, depends on what you're saying. I wrote this song about a boat in the Caribbean. It's a handmade wooden catamaran. Her name is Kikoa, and that means the brave one. She was sold for $1 million, and people that bought her took her out in a winter storm off the East Coast and left her because they had to call the Coast Guard to come rescue them, and the anchor chain had busted up the pontoons. And anyway, they rebuilt her for the second time, and then they kept her in the Caribbean and rode people around like me. And then the Irma and Maria came in 2017 and almost destroyed her again. And so it inspired me because I was having my own storms going on at the same time, so I kind of intertwined them. And the song is called Sail 3.0. Shattered, tattered, alone in the storm. Damn, now I forgot the words. Shattered and tattered, defeated and torn, left out at sea all alone in a storm. Wild anchor starts ripping through flesh to your heart. You curse the day you were born. Hold your breath, try to float, but nothing breaks like a heart with no hope. You finally begin to realize it's the end. Exhale and let go. But every raindrop, every hurricane too, every ray of sunshine, every breathtaking view, every dream that you've seen, and once that didn't come true, every passionate kiss, every fake I love you, didn't lead you this far to fail, just taught you shaman and stingrays will be your guide, and the turtles will teach you to fly. Dolphins will know how to find 3.0 when magic and love collide. Have faith in the big blue around you, and when it blows, you'll know. Like the brave ones surrender, my friend, to the wind. Rescue you. 'Cause every raindrop, every hurricane too, every ray of sunshine, every breathtaking view, every dream that you've seen, and once that didn't come true, every passionate kiss, every fake I love you, every step of the way, everything you've been through, all the good and the bad that ever happened to you, everything that you've chosen and chose not to do, didn't lead you this far to fail. It just taught you to sail. It didn't lead you this far to fail. Just taught you to sail.
Yeah.
song is from my self-titled EP, which is still up on all streaming platforms. Wasn't originally going to do this, but now I'm kind of feeling it. Yeah, I originally wrote it on banjo, but now I've made a guitar version for when I do like a short gig and don't really have time to switch instruments, and now I kind of like the guitar version better. So this is called Tall Virginia Pines. It's been quite a while since we last spoke. You said you hoped I'd mend what I had broke. I knew what I'd done wrong, but I wouldn't admit. And now I wish I'd owned up to it. My fragile ego, my sensitive heart, took hold of the reins and finally tore us apart. Even a song can't say how I regret that day. For the rest of my life I'll be ashamed. I miss the mountain home that you took me to in the tall Virginia pines. And I yearn for summers gone when everything was still new. I'm sorry I destroyed it every time. You were sliding down the hill to go wading in the creek, and I stayed far behind, hoping that you wouldn't see. I saw you skipping rocks, looking down from the top, wondering would you miss me when I'm gone. Watch the sun disappear behind the cabin from the roof as I shedded my beliefs and I doubted every truth. My happiness was replaced with fear, and if you gave me any praise I couldn't hear. I miss the mountain home that you took me to in the tall Virginia pines. And I yearn for summers gone when everything was still new. I'm sorry I destroyed it every time. I yearn for summers gone and to ride all my wrongs in the tall Virginia pines. I broke your heart for the last time. I miss the mountain home that you took me to in the tall Virginia pines. I yearn for summers gone when everything was still new. I'm sorry I destroyed it every time.
Alright, that sounds great on banjo.
Oh yeah, banjo. It's interesting on banjo. It sounds super different, but I like
I
it.
mean, it would be great if you had like a fiddle player up here.
Yes.
Doing some fiddle. Just a fiddle player, nothing else. Just a fiddle player in behind that. That would be great.
Yeah, I really want a fiddle player. That'd be great.
I love it. Well, since we're in drop D. I was once again someplace where I shouldn't have been, and ran into a friend of mine, and he was with some people from the Music Mafia back in the mid-2000s, and I found myself wrapped up in that, and got to write with some people that were actually writers that made money writing, and it was it was great. And so I quit my job and decided that, I wasn't gonna be a nurse anymore, and whoo, I done finally made it into the music business. And then I fell down the stairs at the bar where I was working, broke my leg, and went back to being a nurse again after I recuperated so that I could pay for that leg that I broke when I didn't have any insurance. Anyway, back to the music mafia, and so we were sitting over writing, and got a phone call that said, "Hey man, they're making the Dukes of Hazzard movie, and they ain't got no music. They need some music. Y'all write a song." And so me and Johnny Phillips and Randall Clay, who is no longer with us, wrote a song. Then we started thinking about when we were kids and how when the Dukes of Hazzard was on, there was always Waylon in the background doing that little narrative, and he's always saying, "Well, I wonder how the Duke boys are going to get out of this one."
Yeah.
So, we wrote a song that they didn't use, but I really like playing it. If I could just play the actual guitar, it would be better. Riding shotgun down a dirt road, faster than the law would allow. Now it's cat and mouse with them boys in blue, all through this one-horse town. But there's 400 under this hood, and we're gonna let 'em all run. 'Cause the bridge is out, ain't no turning back now. I'm wondering how we're getting out of this one. They know these faces and our own family name, and everybody knows this old red Dodge just will not ever be tamed. They try like the devil time and time again. The good Lord knows that they've been close and left behind in the dust and the wind of the 400 under this hood. We're gonna let 'em all run, 'cause the bridge is out, ain't no turning back now. I'm wondering how we're getting out of this one. Always love fast cars, love faster women. They always caused us the trouble that we've been in. But it's a full-time job, I'm running law. When I hear them sirens wailing, it's off to work again with the 400 under this hood. We're gonna let 'em all run, 'cause the bridge is out, ain't no turning back now. Wondering how we're getting out of this one. 'Cause the bridge is out, ain't no turning back now. Wondering how we're getting out of this one. We're wondering how we're getting out of this one.
Yeah.
They didn't use it for the film, but it's still fun.
We should have used that.
They should have. You know what they did? They used all old music. They had everybody like record a song that was old already, and so they used a lot of covers.
Interesting. That looks so catchy though. Interesting. I would have used it, but
I would have too, and then
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to do what I do for a living.
Well, while we're going on stuff that we've co-written on, I'm a songwriting major at MTSU, and this semester I got to finally take my first songwriting class, and I've gotten to co-write with a lot of cool people in my class, like from all different genres. And this was one that is super new. It was our, I think, second to last co-writing assignment, so still very fresh. I wrote it with my friend Corinne Yurkovich, and it is called Time to Heal, and it made people in my class cry, so hopefully that's a good sign.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you know that you've written a good song. You make people cry, I guess.
I'm a hard sell.
Yeah. I hate that this song makes me think of you. The memories stuck in my head like glue. I know it shouldn't even get to me. We ended on good terms, but it still hurts to some degree. I wonder if some distance is enough to forget the fact that I'm still in love. We had chemistry that I can't deny, but since I'm gone, I guess I'll never learn what kind.